Hello everyone. Today we will be explaining the test for patent infringement. The common law test that is followed in Australia to identify if a patent has been infringed is from England. It is the case of Catnic components. Catnic established that there must be a purposive approach to a patent specification. What is a patent specification? A patent specification is a statement by the patent holder that explains the invention with all of its essential elements. What's a purposive approach? Well, a purposive approach in interpreting this statement means that the essential elements are to be looked at for their purpose and functionality. This is to give rise as to what the patentee intended when making this statement. This approach stems from the pith and marrow doctrine, which means the bones or main structure of an invention. This doctrine was introduced 100 years before Catnic from the case of Clark and Addy. Catnic improved this doctrine by emphasizing the intention of what the patent statement contains in its description of the invention and its elements' functions. The essential integers or elements of an invention was affirmed by the case of Populin, which further added that the context must be added to the functions of the element. So here we have a diagram that shows A, B, and C as the essential elements stated in the patent specification. If C is the only element copied in a different invention and coupled with other variants, then there will be no infringement. However, in a different scenario, if A is substituted with a replica that is different but has the same functionality and is coupled with apparatuses B and C, then that will indeed be an infringement. This is exactly what happened to Catnic. Catnic's patent was a steel lintel for windows and doorways. I'm sorry, I couldn't quite draw that one, guys. But a lintel is a support mechanism that keeps the structural integrity of the building strong. One of the essential elements of that invention was a vertical metal rod. We will call that rod A. Their competitor, Hill, used the same apparatus but with a vertical rod at a 6-degree angle higher than that of Catnic's. So, Hill's A functioned the same as Catnic's A, and coupled with the lintels B and C, it constituted infringement. Now, in Improver Corporation and Remington Consumer Products, they further added to Catnic's approach by addressing what to do with the patentee's invention being infringed with any variations of its elements. By variations, it's the counter-argument against the patentee saying that their variation of the element substantially changes the apparatus as a whole. So Lord Hoffman set out a 3-step test to see if it would be infringement or not. 1. Does the variant have a material effect upon the way the invention works? If yes, the variant falls outside of the infringement claim because the invention would be different. If it has no material effect, would this be obvious to a skilled person? If no, the variant falls outside the claim as it does not give rise to a change. Would a skilled person have understood from the language of the claim that the patentee intended that strict compliance with the meaning of an essential requirement of invention? If yes, the variant is outside the claim. If no, the variant falls within the scope of the claim. However, most recently in Australian Mug Company and Cortel, the improver approach was held to not be helpful and not useful in that situation. This is because in that case the material effect, which is, remember, substantially changing the apparatus, would lead to it not being infringement because that is what it was argued, when really it was infringing. So it was disregarded and the construction of the claim was followed with the element's intended purpose. Thus, improver must not overrule a purposive construction of the patent specification. Thanks so much, everyone.